afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Sterling High School for today's first round of the Group 2 playoffs featuring the Sterling Lady Knights going against the Barnegat Bengals, I think they are. Jacob, I'm pretty sure that's what they're called. There we look at the starting lineup for Barnegat. Destiny Frediano at second base leading off. Juliana Canizzaro at catcher. AJ Kapmeyer at first base, batting third. Gabriella Giassani in center field. She's the cleanup hitter. Michelle Watts, the designated player. Abby Bob at third base. Jamison Hogan, the pitcher. Michaela Klein, the left fielder. Charlotte Lotus, the shortstop. And Danielle Hudeman. And there you look at the Sterling defense. You've got Mallory Skelly, who's been outstanding on the mound. Blanchard behind the plate. Ralston at first. Powell at second. Sims at third. Pelkak at short. And you've got Police in left, Ott in center, and Kelly in right field. And I'm here with Jacob Clark. Jacob, welcome back. Jacob did an outstanding job during basketball season. I know you played baseball, so that didn't allow you to come out here, but we're glad to have you out here. And Jacob Sterling coming into this game, having a pretty solid year. Just in general, when you're entering a playoff matchup, what do you think the key is in any type of game?
For me, being a player, it was always to not let the heat of the moment get to you. Mm-hmm. Being in the playoffs, even though it's the first round, can get really tense. I know for softball, I know for baseball, I know for all sports, it can get really tense out there. And you just gotta relax. You gotta relax. You gotta be able to play your game. You have to let the pressure not get to you.
Treat it like every other game.
Exactly.
And that's true. They always say that when a team treats it just like a normal game, then they're less likely to panic if something bad happens, if they get down by a couple runs. And there's a lot to be said that's true about what you're saying.
Well, when you keep your head out there, the game becomes much more fun. And I think the more you're having fun out on the field, the better chance you have to win. I know for our baseball team, the more we had fun, the more we started to win. And
there you see where we are. So I'm going to just give you a heads up out there that I could miss a number here or there, or a player, because we are back a little bit, but we're just happy to have this game on. We've got a great shot from center field, and we'll try to rely on that as much as we can. Have a little bit of glare here, but it's a great day to be out here. Man, we're happy to be out here in the playoffs, and as I always say, this year, we're just happy to be here doing a game, in light of everything that's happening.
Absolutely, I agree, and what a beautiful day it is for softball, Kevin.
Yep, and it's when you look at Sterling, they've had some road bumps along the way, but have really played well lately, played well against Haddon Heights, had a real nice game against Haddonfield, and they look to carry that momentum.
And those in-conference games are super important. Rivalry games really mean a lot more. Maybe not in the standings, but they mean a lot more in the hearts of the players.
And Mallory Skelly starts things off with a strike. And probably one of the keys, Jacob, obviously, is the pitchers getting ahead of the hitters.
Absolutely. Mallory Skelly has a 3.43 ERA, pretty impressive.
Yep.
All of our pitchers, pretty impressive ERAs. And I think the key here in this game will be throwing strikes. Which pitchers can dominate?
Yep.
Which pitchers can dominate the opposing offense?
And you see a pop-up actually going out to the right fielder. And that's a real nice play. I believe that's Steph Kelly out there.
Steph Kelly wasn't afraid to be great on that one, laying out for it. Take a look right here. Lays out for it and right.
And she
great way to get the first out.
Was the catcher the last game we played. Boy, that's a great defensive plays. And how many games that are tight games do you look back and see where a great defensive play was the difference?
Not only is a great defensive play the difference in the game, but it's a complete momentum shift. It's a great way to build momentum if you're Sterling right here at the start of the game.
Yeah, and it's and a lot of times, obviously it's early on in the game, first batter of the game, but sometimes that can set the tone from a defensive standpoint because I know we've seen a couple games we had Sterling start off had with a few errors and it just kind of snowballed. There you see the ground ball to Kaylee Sims. She eats it up, throws it over to first. That's a real good play.
Good job getting over, staying down, making the throw over to first to get the out.
Setting the feet, making the throws, and we talked with Kaylee after last game. She said as a senior now, she's much more relaxed than she was as a sophomore. Here's that pitch, just a good pitch that fades away from the left-hander. Fly ball to center. And Sterling gets out of this inning, 1-2-3, with nobody aboard. And we're going to go to the bottom of the first.
Good start there for Sterling. Now they can get their bats rolling, put up a few runs, start to build a lead here in the bottom of the first inning. You see Barnegat take the field here.
And it's deceiving, Jacob. Barnegat, we were talking to some people, is an 11 seed, but one of those teams that plays in that Shore Conference where they've got a very difficult schedule. So, sometimes you anticipate a lower seed just not being as good, but they might not have had that great a record, but the caliber of competition that they were going against is probably one of the better conferences in South Jersey.
Well, I think every team deserves to be here. Every team that 1 through 16 deserves to be in the playoffs. They're good in their own aspect, just not maybe as good as the team that they're playing. I think Barnegat, you can't count them out for winning this game. They have they're here for a reason. And seeding, like you said, harder conference, you don't take that into account. You don't take those things. You take record into account when you're looking at the seeds. You can't just look at the seeds when you're trying to judge these teams.
And we look at our Sterling lineup. Raina Pelkak starting off playing shortstop. Amber Powell's going to be the second baseman, batting second. Mallory Skelly on the mound, batting third. Brianna Blanchard catching fourth. Molly Skelly, the designated player, fifth. Maggie Ralston at first base, batting seventh. Kaylee Sims at third base, batting eighth. Steph Kelly in right field, batting ninth. Caitlin Ott, the center fielder, 10th, and Angela Police in left field. There you see our fence camera there. Real good shot from our center field camera. Okay. And
take a look. Stats for Pelkak. She's batting .463 on the season. Very impressive average.
Almost batting.
We'll get it from her, sir. Yeah, we'll get it from her. Okay. No worries. All right.
Doing very well batting average, so that's always nice to see, but always a worry, always to the pitcher to see those types of numbers.
Well, numbers can be deceiving as there's a shot from Pelkak, just foul.
John Hallwood, I didn't even recognize you when you sat down. I didn't. If I would have saw the Yankees hat, I would have known you. But with the sunglasses and hat, I didn't recognize you. But glad to have you here, John.
Anytime.
So 1-2 the count. To Hines, Megan Hines. I'm sorry, my mistake. Raina Pelkak.
That's going to be another ball, so full count right here.
Early on, it doesn't look like the umpire's giving up that outside part of the plate. Now, that one was a little high, too, but there's been some pitches that have been normally strikes. Ground ball to short, bobbles, and Pelkak is going to be safe at first. So, good job by Raina Pelkak right there.
Take a look here. Great defensive play by the shortstop. Just corrals, and it's just Pelkak beats it out at first by a step. Good job of not letting that get to the outfield. That could have been 2, especially with the leadoff.
And that's going to bring up Amber Powell. Amber Powell.
Also batting a nice average of 429.
429, yep, a junior. Pitch might be probably a little bit off the plate, but sometimes umpires will give you that pitch, but not today.
He doesn't seem to be calling that high strike, and I think that, we said it earlier.
Bunt back to the pitcher, throws over to first, and they're going to be safe all around. Pelkak being opportunistic, doing a great job advancing to third base. Outstanding base running by Raina Pelkak.
That's just being heads up. You see the throw over to first, she gets the second, she takes advantage of the defense kind of being lackadaisical and getting over the third.
Yeah, and she never stopped.
Going to take another look at this.
Mallory Skelly steps up with runners at the corners.
And Barnegat was caught napping right there.
Yeah, just let
Mallory Skelly
Pelkak get another base.
563. There's the pitch. The runner moves to second.
And we're now, and Amber Powell also stole second base, so both runners on scoring positions right now.
Good fake bunt steal right there by Sterling, allowing Powell to get the free base and move into scoring position.
Foul ball, outside part plate. Good pitcher's pitch to Mallory Skelly. A real good opportunity here, guys, with runners at second and third. Nobody out to start things off, and your best hitter, Mallory Skelly, up to the plate.
Jamison Hogan's got to be looking for an out right here, preferably a strikeout, not letting any run get in.
Skelly lines one, the right center field. Nice play by the right fielder.
Pelkak
tags up and slides in there. Good job by Raina Pelkak as you see the ball hit the right field. And that's a tough one because the right fielder caught it, had momentum coming in, so that's a great job by Raina Pelkak tagging up, and Mallory Skelly will get the RBI.
Well, and that's just playing good softball right there. You got 2 strikes on you. You got to be able to make contact to drive a run in. You know they're in scoring position. Good job by Pelkak tagging up. All around good softball.
Nice hit, and that's going to be ended up being a foul ball, but nice contact right there.
Brianna Blanchard stepping up to the plate. She's the cleanup hitter. And guys, we probably should see if we can get something on some of those papers. So we can move this over. John, get your bottle of water on there. That's good.
I think the big difference in this game so far early is Mallory Skelly has been able to throw strikes consistently, whereas Jamison Hogan has struggled to find the strike zone, and that's why Sterling has a lead. She's given them hitters counts. They're looking for pitches right down the middle, and they've been hitting the ball in gaps. Good base running, good bunt by Powell, good fake bunt steal.
Blanchard, a sophomore, coming in hitting 364. There's a ground ball. That's going to advance the runner to third and all the way home. So again, a good job of base running as Amber Powell scores. And that's a base hit for Blanchard, knocking in a run. And just like that, guys, Sterling off to a quick 2-0 lead.
When you see Powell watches the ball get through, knows that it's going to the outfield, it's in the gap after it gets by the shortstop. She knows she's got a good shot to get home. Really good base running.
Molly Skelly steps up to the plate, batting .308 and drives one to center field.
Going deep, but it's not going to go out of here, but really close to it.
And that's going to be the second out.
Good piece of contact from Skelly, just right at the center fielder. There's not much you can do right there.
And don't have a real strong wind, but kind of little bit of a breeze blowing in, enough to just knock it down. As we look at Maggie Ralston, a sophomore, stepping up to the plate. Ralston batting .220.
With 2 outs as the hitter, you got to be thinking to try and keep the inning alive. Try and find a gap here, get your runner to third.
Foul ball. No balls, 2 strikes.
Now the approach totally changes with 2 strikes. Now it's just to make contact and not go down looking.
Good job by Maggie Ralston, really working the count.
Fighting to stay alive, fouling off the pitches that are close. She's going to wait for the one that she likes to try and drive.
Here's the pitch, low and hit to the right side. Good piece of hitting by Ralston. The runner's going to move up to third, so again, Sterling's got runners at the corners with 2 outs.
That's a good piece of hitting right there by Maggie Ralston. And good aggressive base running by Brianna Blanchard. Going first to third there. 2 outs. You're taught to run on contact. Runs on contact and doesn't stop up at second base. And let's see if Sterling runs that fake bunt steal here with Kaylee Sims, the third baseman, up at the plate.
Good pitch there. Kaylee Sims coming in, hitting .483, so having an outstanding year. Runners at the corners. Interesting to see if they'll have the runner steal. I know there's 2 outs, but
I don't think they would.
Well, sometimes you might even, depending on what type of base runner you have, you might have a runner try to get in a rundown and try to get that run scoring, especially as you're moving down towards the bottom of the lineup. There's a ground ball. Pitcher fields it, throws to first for the 3rd out. So Barnegat gets out of the inning, but not before Sterling is able to get 2 runs to go up 2-0 in this first round matchup in the South Jersey Group 2 playoffs. Beautiful day out here, guys. A little bit breezy, but considering what we had on Saturday and Sunday. We are back here for the top half of the 2nd inning. Sterling having a real good first inning. Top of the lineup coming through and plating 2 runs. And you know, guys, we talked to the keys of the game, and I don't even remember if we mentioned that getting off to a good start would be one of the keys, but I think that had to be what Sterling was thinking, and to carry it out and do it.
If it isn't, it's always one of the bigger keys of a game. No matter what sport you're playing, it's always to start strong and end strong.
Well, it goes back to what you were saying, Jacob, is just treat it like any other game, even though there's a lot on the line. But if you do that, you'll play relaxed. And Sterling definitely looked that way, both in the field and at the plate.
Yeah, absolutely. Going 1, 2, 3, and then being able to get 2 runs. You know, seems like they're going out treating it like any other game, just trying to dominate.
And this is Michelle Watts, the cleanup hitter, coming up for Barnegat here in the top half of the 2nd inning. Skelly starts her off with a strike. Ground ball back to Mallory Skelly. Throws it over to first for the first out. So 1 up, 1 down here in the top half of the first inning, or the second inning, sorry.
Hey, see a hitter, right? Drive it somewhere.
And that's going to be called a ball right there.
Looks like Skelly is trying to work off the plate a little more this inning.
Yeah, and you know,
Trying to get Barnegat to challenge, chase at some of these pitchers' pitches. So there's a shot down the line.
And that's the first base hit for Juliana Canizaro.
Take a look there. She sees the pitch deep. Ends up getting a nice base hit single out of it. If you're Barnegat, you need base runners. You got to swing at hitters' pitches that Skelly misses on. You got to start making Skelly work to get you into hitters' counts where you know she's going to have to throw you a strike.
And that's a big pitch for Mallory Skelly, that one that kind of has good late movement, but yeah, not really getting that outside part of the plate.
Just looks to be a little off the plate.
Yeah. Ground ball to second, goes to first.
So that's already 2 outs, but Barnegat already has someone to score with.
Yeah, they got a runner in scoring position.
That was Amber Powell fielding that one, throwing it over to first.
With 2 outs and a runner in scoring position, should be looking to try and find a gap. Put a ball in play. You take a look at the pitch there. Good movement by Skelly.
Swings at that one, and that's going to be the second strike right there.
Yeah, well ahead in the count. She can almost throw any pitch she wants her here. She's got a few pitches to work with. Being ahead.
Why not send it out a little bit of the outside? And wow.
Instead, she'll go right down the middle as she'll get the strike 3 look in, as that will end the half of the inning. As we head to the bottom of the second.
And I don't think she was ready for that one. I think she was waiting for an outside one, but straight down the middle.
Take a look here.
Yeah, caught a little out a little bit, but that's what she's going to have to. She's going to have to get a little more of the plate, and that one got a little more of the plate, as opposed to that pitch. Again, it's got the late movement that kind of is a little bit off the plate. That, in a lot of cases, you're getting that call to strike, but not today. But at least it looks like the umpire's pretty consistent. That's all you can ask for.
Well, the umpire is consistent for both teams,
yeah,
which is really all you can ask for, like you just said.
Absolutely.
If you're Sterling, you got to be looking to add to this lead. 2 is good, but you know, especially early in the game, you're going to be looking to try and put this team away. You don't want to let them hang around, have any hope. The more runs you can add on early, the better.
Yeah, anytime in the playoffs, you can't give them extra outs. I think that's a big key. And against Sterling, other than the game I believe we had against Audubon, where there was a lot of errors in the field, they've been pretty clean in the field the last couple games. And that's going to bring up Steph Kelly to lead off this bottom half of the second inning.
Called strike, down the count now 0-1. You saw Steph Kelly make a great diving play in the top of the first inning, out in right field.
Steph Kelly coming in hitting a 327.
Ball. What ball, what strike?
Oh and 1. The count to Kelly. There's that running swing right there that gives her a head start coming out of that batter's box. See it right here. Boy, if you can do that and hit the ball, having a couple extra steps, from the left-handed side. Definitely going to be helpful.
That's like a secret talent or something.
Yeah.
When it's difficult to do, being able to make contact while you're running out of the box.
Sure.
1-2 the count to Kelly.
Good look right there. Kelly having a good at bat, found off some pitches, gets the count to 2-2.
And I think that Sterling's approach is they're making this pitcher work right here, making her throw strikes, give her good hitter's pitch.
Foul ball.
Make her throw a lot of pitches. Good job by Kelly. Found it off as we look at it right here. Here's the pitch.
Here.
Kind of slapping at it.
You can see her trying to get it out of the box as she's making contact with it.
Ball.
The count will be full now, 3-2.
Now I wonder how all that movement from a hitter affects the pitcher. Does the pitcher kind of get thrown off? I don't know. That's a question we'd have to ask some of the kids.
That is actually a very interesting question because I was thinking the same thing. Like, wouldn't that throw off the pitcher a bit?
Yeah.
Like, thinking like, oh my gosh, did I throw the pitch wrong?
I think from the pitcher's perspective, you might just have to work on your location. Throw it a bit more outside of the zone. They're going to swing at it and run. It's going to be difficult to make contact with. As the pitch misses.
Real good at bat there by Steph Kelly, working the pitcher with the foul balls and doing what she has to do to lead off this bottom of the second.
And again, we're just seeing the Barnegat pitcher struggle here to find the zone. Barnegat pitcher Jamison Hogan really struggled to find the zone here early, and I think that's why, Sterling's having a lot of success. They're getting base runners, they're getting hitters' pitches, they're working the counts.
Caitlin Ott here coming in as a freshman, hitting .327. She's going to square around the bunt to move the runner up. Runner going, and just like that, Kelly gets second without giving up an out. Now it'll be interesting to see if they bunt her over to third.
Well, we've seen this a few times, is that fake bunt play draws the defense off guard a little bit, gives the runner an easier chance to get to the bag. There's a hearty cut from Ott there. 1-1 the count.
And Ott swinging away there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Ott drive to left field.
That's going to be a foul.
And that's foul. Again, our perception here, Jacob, you're seeing, we have no idea if it's 10 feet foul or 10 feet fair.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, it's difficult to see from back here. That was a good swing by Caitlin Ott, just a little early on an inside pitch, drives it, foul. Now she'll have to deal with 2 strikes, being down in the count.
Ball. Great pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
They're really making Hogan work here to throw strikes, trying to get into hitters' counts where they're going to have to throw something right down the middle. Saw Kelly draw a walk.
And that's going to be a strikeout right there.
Well, that's that pitch that Mallory Skelly had where they're moving it. They were initially trying to go a little off the plate. Now they go kind of on the outside corner, but a little in, and had good late movement, and she was able to get the strikeout.
It was a high pitch too, and as the pitcher with 2-2, you still have another pitch to work with.
Jamison.
Going out of the zone. Good idea there.
Jamison Hogan, the freshman pitcher for Barnegat.
Now we're back at the top of the order for Sterling as Raina Pelkak, the junior shortstop, will be up at the plate with 1 away.
Again,
good job hitting it to the right side, and they're going to go all the way, have the runner going. And Kelly scores, and Pelkak does a good job hitting the ball to the right side, getting Sterling their 3rd run of the game.
Take a look there. All that is just seeing the ball deep. She sees the ball deep, hits it towards the right side on the ground, finds the gap with a runner in scoring position. We'll take another look at this right here. She swings it later, sees the pitch deep, hits the ball, finds a gap right over on the right side of the field. Good piece of hitting there by Raina Pelkak.
Now Amber Powell up to bat.
Now hits that up the middle for a base hit. So we've got runners at first and second with one out. Bringing up the cleanup hitter, or I'm sorry, Mallory Skelly, the three-hole hitter. Another good opportunity here. Always good, guys, when you get Mallory Skelly up hitting 563.
Especially with runners in scoring position.
Yep.
That's going to be a ball. So far early on, Sterling really doing good defensively and offensively, able to make quick 3 outs, like you said, in the first inning. And the second inning, great job. And offensively, it's going to be pop up, but it's going to be tagged up bases. And
runner from second tags goes to third, as now there are 2 away. Deep drive to right field. Good job tracking it down by the right fielder there for Barnegat. They're now 2 away as Brianna Blanchard, the catcher, will come up to the plate.
And Sterling has runners at both corners.
First pitch strike there from Hogan as the count is now 0-1.
Boy, that's a great pitcher's pitch. Outside part of the plate and down. That's a tough one for a hitter to get to.
Especially 0-0 getting ahead is now a shot to the second base. Diving effort, but misses. As that will score the runner from third, and it is now a 4-0 lead for Sterling. As Blanchard will pick up the RBI.
Come on, Mom, let's go, kid. Hey, short first over there.
That's going to bring up Molly Skelly, the freshman. She lines one, goes over the glove of the shortstop.
Amber Powell's going to go home.
An aggressive base running for Sterling now gives them an extra run as it's 5-0. See, Powell never stops with 2 outs. Looking to add on to this lead. Good piece of hitting there from Molly Skelly. That'll bring the first baseman, Maggie Ralston, to the plate with 2 away. Good strike on the outside part of the plate as it's 0-1.
Ground ball to the pitcher. Over to first, but not before Sterling's able to plate 3 more runs to go ahead, 5-0. We're going to take a break and be back with the bottom half of the third inning.
We're back with the top of the third inning, getting ready to go underway. Sterling up 5-0.
We'll have the baseball playoffs tomorrow with Sterling hosting Haddonfield.
I thought it was Sterling going to Haddonfield for a minute.
No, Haddonfield coming here.
Oh.
Haddonfield's going to come here for the first round of the South Jersey Group 2 playoffs.
Catch
Haddonfield
that at 4 tomorrow.
A solid team, but not as good as in recent years.
They always find a way to be successful in most of their sports programs. Great coaching, I think, is what's really built them up to where they've been.
Yeah, I've had a great tradition over the last 20 years in all sports. Really coming on probably in the last 10 to 12 years in football. They were okay, but now they're a perennial Group 2 contender.
Yeah, Haddonfield's not fun to play against with tennis. Also, they're as much as a power team as the likes of their football, as you said, their football team in the earlier years too.
Now to the plate, number 99, Michaela Klein. And a first pitch strike from Mallory Skelly, getting ahead in the count, 0-1. Bit off the plate as it's called a ball, 1-1.
Skelly, for the most part, has done a real good job getting ahead of the hitters.
The 1-1 pitch is swung at and missed, 1-2.
Looked like a changeup right there. Really had the batter off bounds.
Definitely looked like she took some off it.
And just get back to that last pitch. Anytime you can have a changeup with movement going away from the hitter, very difficult to hit.
Absolutely, moving away from the hitter, breaking late, and it's slower than the fastball. Definitely tougher to hit. So the 2-2 pitch is hit towards right field. Chasing for it was Powell and Kelly. No one was able to corral it. Looks like it drops foul. So the hitter will have life here. 2-2, the count to Klein.
I don't think Amber Powell wanted to risk that one.
Low pitch as that makes the count full here, 3-2. I'm going to take a look at this last pitch here.
Yep.
And a drive to center field will be caught by Caitlin Ott. So there's that one away. Look here, pitch up in the zone, takes it for a drive just right at the center fielder. Take another look at this here.
Ott really read that all the way. He only took one step back. Looked like it was going a little further off the bat, but a good job getting under it.
Pitch is called a ball there. Counts 1-0. One out here in the top of the third. And a rare 2-0 count here.
Very rare. And that was close. That was that borderline pitch. But again, you're looking at probably more of a hitter's umpire. Really not giving much off that plate.
There's a good comeback pitch. It's now 2-1.
And that's sometimes not the worst thing to have, like a hitter's umpire.
And I think it's kind of that's a good point, John, because it's putting a lot of pressure on the freshman pitcher, on Barnegat, Hogan.
Because a lot of these, like you said, these experienced pitchers know where to place the ball and how to do a nice changeup, but freshmen, I'm not saying that a freshman pitch for
counter that with Mallory Skelly, who's already been through a Group 2 playoff run and is probably better equipped to make an adjustment.
Skelly comes set for the full count pitch. Off the plate. It's believed that it's the first walk of the day that Mallory Skelly has allowed. 1 on, 1 out in the top of the third. As this brings up Megan Hines.
called strike. Just take another look at that pitch from Mallory Skelly.
Just a nice pitch right down the middle.
Good job of getting ahead in the count. And the pitch swung at and missed as it's now 0-2. We're going to take a look here, watch the movement on this pitch.
The curve.
And boy, did that drop down in the zone. The 0-2 pitch.
Get something on it.
Safe at first is the runner. We'll have runners on first and second with one out.
I think it would have been better if you'd thrown it down to second.
I don't think there was enough time. Runner was already there.
Yeah.
Take a look here.
I agree with you.
This angle will probably show you the best. Didn't really have a chance. It would have been a bang-bang play.
Yeah. Hines looked like she had a lot of speed. Obviously, she's the leadoff hitter.
One pitch on the way. On the corner, strike called.
Real good opportunity here for Barnegat with runners on first and second. Only one out, and probably more importantly, you've got the top of the lineup up.
There's a drive in the shallow center field. Powell is there, but it's dropped. All runners are safe on the play. It's now the bases will be loaded with one away. Take another look at it here. Good pitch there from Mallory Skelly.
Yeah, wow. Barnegat really got away with one right there because the runner would on a pop-up that you figure would have been normally caught. The runner was already at second and would have been doubled up to end the inning if there was a catch.
And a shot right to Mallory Skelly. Catches it even though the infield fly is in effect, as now there are two outs with the bases loaded.
And you can see what you're getting from Mallory Skelly as far as the hitters go. A lot of balls that are really dead off the bats, not really hit hard. The one obviously prior to that fell in, but that one was an easy pop-up to Skelly that she was able to handle for the second out. And guys, this is a big situation for Mallory Skelly to get out of this in the third inning with the top of the order up and not able to get a run. If she's able to do that with runners on base, is going to be huge here for Sterling moving forward.
Batter fouls the pitch off, and the count is now 1-1. Wind is now starting to kick in a little more. Right on the corner, great placement of the pitch, and now it's 1-2.
Catcher never had to move the glove there. Right there.
Pinpoints it right where Blanchard wants it. Now ahead in the count, 1-2. Looking to get out of here with no damage done. And a drive, and that gets through. Kelly comes up firing to the plate. It is not in time. Runner advances to second, as now Barnegat will score two on the two out hit from Giacona, the center fielder.
Barnegat playing it aggressive, having that second runner go to get the second run, and that's a good call with two outs.
Football my freshman year, I met two of my best friends, and having Barringer as our coach was always fun. My advice to underclassmen would be to enjoy it while it lasts. These 4 years of high school are going to go by fast, and you don't want to have any regrets on it looking back.
You've been listening to a farewell message from 2021 Sterling senior Steph Kelly. Congrats from all of us at Sterling High School Radio.
And now, a farewell message from Belle Sutton, a member of the graduating class of 2021.
My favorite teacher would have to be Miss Phillips and Miss Hoffman. They have both been a great help to me and great mentors, and I respect them both. I would have to say that they are the pep rallies and the homecoming games. You can't control how other people receive your energy. Anything you say or do gets filtered through the lens of whatever personal stuff they're going through at the moment, which is not about you. Just keep doing your thing with as much integrity and as love as possible.
You've been listening to a farewell message from 2021 Sterling Senior Belle Sutton. Congratulations from all of us at Sterling High School Radio.
We are back in the bottom of the third inning. Sterling leads this one 5-2 over Barnegat. And now to the plate, the third baseman, number 16, Kaylee Sims, fouls this one off.
Well, we were talking in the break, guys, that Barnegat at least needed to get a couple runs there with the top of the lineup up, and they were able to do that. But on Mallory Skelly's end, good job not having that inning be any worse and getting out of it with only the 2 runs being scored.
Drive down the line, just foul.
Need a ball.
So that'll make the count now 0-2 to Sims. And one thing we've seen, I think the differential is the amount of first pitch strikes between Skelly and Hogan. There's been a bit of a differential there, as I feel Skelly has gotten a few more.
Yeah. And that goes back to the senior who's been through a playoff run as a freshman. She was outstanding, and just being that much more experienced and knowing what she has to do, and more important, carrying out that game plan.
The 0-2 from Hogan is low, called ball. So that makes the count 1-2 to Sims. And a swing and a miss there as Hogan records the strikeout for the first out of the inning.
Good movement on the pitch, good late movement on this pitch that's high and away.
Dips late, and with 1 away, Steph Kelly, the right field senior, will be up to the plate. And a called strike to start the at-bat. Hogan getting more first pitch strikes after the first inning.
And that's what we've started seeing from her. She's actually improving later on in the innings now. So, I mean, see how well she does later on into the innings.
Kelly tries to bunt for a hit right there.
Goes foul, and now she'll be down in the count, 0-2. And Hogan has done a great job, especially in this inning, getting ahead. She comes set and fires the pitch. Kelly fouls this one away.
Another real good at bat by Steph Kelly. We talked about her doing the same thing, Jacob. You mentioned it. First time up, making the pitcher work. And that's frustrating for a pitcher, throwing good pitcher's pitch and just fouling off and keeping yourself alive.
Hogan delivers, and it's high. 1-2.
Kelly almost thought about swinging at that one and then decides not to.
With 2 strikes especially, got to see the pitch deep as Hogan gets ready to come set. And a drive, just foul. Take another look at this one here. Kelly, even with 2 strikes, still running out of the box while making contact. Seems as though it's second nature for her.
A ball, 2 strikes.
And a high delivery from Hogan there as the count evens at 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Come on, Steph, here we go, kid. Yeah, Jake. What do you say, Jake? Here we go.
And a swing and a miss there. Kelly will go down swinging. 2 away. Hogan, that is her second strikeout of the inning. Take a look at this pitch. Another late break on that one. Real good movement on these 2 strike pitches from Hogan.
And really working both sides of the plate, too.
Now to the plate is Caitlin Ott, the freshman center fielder, as she'll see a ball up. 1-0 the count.
Jake, we saw her play basketball, JV basketball, of course.
Yeah, we did. She sees a strike there. Multi-sport athlete, playing varsity softball here.
And doing a real good job in center field. And there's some of those balls that were hit really right off the bat. She had a good sense of where to put herself.
Saw her track a few down out in center earlier today, as she's been doing all season long. The 1-2 pitch, fouled off by Ott, staying alive. We've seen Hogan become more relaxed this inning, it seems, as though she's facing the bottom of the order, just going right at these hitters. She'll come set the 1-2. Off the plate and low, as that'll even the count. And 2 apiece.
Good job with 2 strikes of Ott laying off that one.
Yeah.
And from Hogan's point of view, good job trying to get her to chase.
Nice hit.
She'll get a liner into left field with a 2-out single.
That's a real good at-bat there by Caitlin Ott, really turning on that fastball over the middle part of the plate.
That was really a nice, solid contact, and we're gonna head right back up to the top of the lineup.
Raina Pelkak is up at the plate. She'll try and keep it alive with 2. She drives one foul towards the right side.
Another multi-sport athlete. Basketball, of course.
Basketball player. Pelkak drives this one to right field, and it is over the head of the right fielder as Ott is looking to score. Pelkak rounding second is going to third.
Might be going
she's
home.
She's going home. She's going for the plate. And it is an inside the park home run for Raina Pelkak, as now Sterling is up 7-2 in the bottom of the third. What a swing from Pelkak here.
Well, running right from the get-go, and you knew the runner from first was going to score, running on contact with 2 outs, and a great job by Pelkak, really with a head of steam, going around the bases. And unfortunately for Barnegat, the outfielder fell, and that delayed them getting over there. And boy, what a big hit there by Pelkak, extending the lead.
And honestly, just some nice cushioning right there from Sterling. Some nice 2 runs for Sterling to able to recover from that 2-run deficit that they got from the top of the third.
Yeah, John, I mean, Barnegat's more than a capable team, getting a lot of runners on base in that top of the third inning. So you're going to need to score a decent amount and get these insurance runs, and that's just a great job by the senior Pelkak.
And a shot over the second baseman as Powell will have a 2-out single.
Pelkak's a junior. You said senior.
You got me, John. I should have known that. I had Rain in my class. John, always quick on pointing out the mistakes.
Hey, you point out one of my mistakes, so I mean.
It's 7-2 Sterling, but here we have 1-0 John against Schulz.
We're always here to help each other out, right, John?
Yep.
And here's Mallory Skelly. Sees a ball low.
But what Pelkak did is something Sterling has been able to do. You saw it from Powell. They're hitting the ball where it's pitched, going to the right side. And teams that do that are going to get those hits where you score, give the opportunity for the runners to get the extra base or even score. And more importantly, you're not reaching out and getting those weak brown balls trying to hit the ball to the left side. So really good job of hitting by the entire Sterling lineup.
Hitters count here for Skelly. She drives one to center field. And that one will be caught, as that will end the inning. We'll be headed to the top of the 4th now. We'll take another look at this right here.
Again, just some nice solid contact. Just gets a little too much under it though, and that's going to end the inning right there for Sterling. But a good job right there from Raina Pelkak. Actually, not able to get the 2 runs, but Caitlin Ott able to get it, keep the Sterling alive. A nice single right there to first base, to the outfield, of course, and it was able to get the single. And we're going to take a look at the big play that's inside the park home run.
See a shot. Right fielder can't corral it. She is Pelkak. As soon as she saw that ball drop, really accelerated around second, never stopped.
And a good job by the runner running on contact. You see her really almost at second base when the ball landed. You knew she was going to score. Pelkak showing great speed, but again, I go back to hitting the ball the other way, and we've seen that probably on about 4 or 5 occasions from the Sterling lineup.
Well, and you said hit it where it's pitched. You know, it's on the outside part of the plate. They're seeing the ball deep, and they're just taking it. They're taking it to the opposite field. Whereas, you know, we're seeing them when they get the ball on the inside part of the plate. They're seeing it early, and they're hitting it that way. And that's just a great job of just, you know, hitting it where it's pitched, like you said. And you see now where we're seeing the game out in center field. It's not for us to see numbers and last names on some of the jerseys, but we're doing the best we can.
This is the all-time game where you've got to look at the fielders when the fly balls are hit. I don't know about you guys, but those hits to center field all seem like they're going out. But you look at the fielders, and that kind of tells you, but it's just the perception, the vantage point that we're at. It can kind of seem that way.
And now starting the inning for Barnegat, outfielder number 22, Abby Bopp. As Skelly will look to get a quick inning here and have Sterling add on to their lead. And that one is well off the plate. 1-0 the count. One of the rare first pitch balls that we've seen from Mallory Skelly. She comes back with another one here. And a swing and a diving effort from Pelkak, but can't get there. It's a leadoff single for Bopp.
Mallory Skelly letting up some base runners, let up a couple runs, but just somebody as fielders that you feel confident behind her when she's on the mound.
And now the pitcher, Jamison Hogan, up at the plate as we have a pitcher versus pitcher matchup here. Skelly in the windup, now the pitch. That's a called strike. And Skelly has done a nice job, you know, allowing a few hits here and there, but pitching with the lead. And a back pick over to first. Will not be in time, so we'll take another look at that here.
Yeah, that's a real.
They're gonna talk about the first base runner right now. She could be out, and
yeah, they're gonna see here.
They're gonna discuss this.
They're gonna talk about this as Sterling gets a mound visit.
Not sure. I don't know if there's. I'm not quite sure what they.
We'll take another look at it right
talking about here.
As Blanchard fires over to first. And does she come off the bag? It looks like she does.
Okay, that's what they're saying. But apparently.
But they're not.
Not 100% sure.
Yeah.
Well,
they need our replay.
Umpires didn't see the replay. They just had to talk with one another.
I mean, that's the best that they can do.
And a ground ball to the shortstop. Could be two here. Just getting the lead runner at first. So there'll be one away. Good job by Pelkak staying down.
And that's one where you want to just, you know, sometimes you're going for the double play, but with the lead, you at least want to get that one out. You know, you see sometimes when somebody's so quick to want to get the double play. They'll mishandle the ball, bobble it, and just like that, you'll have runners safe at first and second. But a good job just getting that lead runner.
Now to the plate, number 99, Michaela Klein, the freshman. She'll look to keep it rolling with 1 out in the top of the 4th. Sterling leads Barnegat 7-2. Skelly in the windup, now the pitch. Right on the outside part of the plate. She'll get the called strike, gets ahead here. We're gonna take another look at this pitch. Watch the movement on that. Curves right in on the corner, right where Blanchard wants it. And
drops too.
That one off.
She's got that pitch through the bottom, kind of falls out of it.
She has great location on all of her pitches.
Absolutely.
Now ahead 0-2, maybe try and get the batter to chase as Skelly's in the windup. And a drive, shallow center field. Ada's there, she'll get the 2nd out of the inning.
And of course, we were just, later on that bottom of the 3rd inning, we were talking about her, how well she was doing in that center field area. And right there, she proves it again.
Yeah, just really tracks this ball, comes in for it. As Skelly delivers. Shot down the right field line. As the runner will not advance to 3rd. Safe at 1st. So a good 2-out single for Barnegat, as now they have runners on 1st and 2nd.
Kelly thought she had a chance for her at first. That ball was hit on the money, and that happens sometimes. If you have a real good base runner, it's hit real hard, and you have momentum coming up from right field, you can definitely get the out.
Good piece of hitting. Kelly came up firing just a little late on that one. As Skelly gets back on the mound into the windup, the 1-0 pitch is driven to right field. Kelly has it, and that will end the inning.
So right now, Sterling, the only mistake that they've had so far was at the top of the 3rd.
And we will be going to a quick break. We'll see you back here for the bottom of the 4th inning.
Hi, I'm Devontae. I'm going to teach you how to use and wear a mask properly. This mask acts as a barrier to prevent spread of a virus. This virus is called COVID-19. Here's the do's and don'ts. Wash your hands before putting it on. Inspect the mask. Do not use if it's damaged or dirty. Simply place the strands around your ears. Make sure chin, nose, and mouth is covered. Avoid touching your mask while wearing. Remove the mask, hold it by the straps, and hold it away from your face. When done using mask, don't forget to wash your hands after. Follow me. Don't forget to use soap. Do not share mask with others. Stay 6 feet apart. Most importantly, stay safe.
And welcome back. Sterling playoff softball against Barnegat, as Sterling is leading Barnegat 7-2 here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
And of course, Sterling right now playing some great softball, but tomorrow though, Sterling's going to be playing some baseball, as Sterling's going to be playing against Haddonfield at 4.
We'll be covering that live.
Yep, on YouTube, of course, not to mention, which most of you guys are right now watching is on YouTube. You could always see the highlights and the actual live full games on YouTube, of course.
Brianna Blanchard leading off the inning. 2-0 count.
And again, we're quick look at her
drive right up the middle. It's going to be a leadoff single for Blanchard. Take a look here. I think it almost skidded past the pitcher, and it
right
did.
over her shoulder.
Right over her shoulder, but not to mention also hit second base too. So it took another hop right there.
Well, when you're going well, those balls will just find their way through the infield.
And here is number 82, Molly Skelly. She takes a drive, and that'll be foul. Sterling's bats have looked really strong during this game, and their defense has only held Barnegat to 2 runs. As Skelly.
And that's a good point, Jacob. They really haven't had any spectacular plays, but I think the biggest thing, and obviously Mara Skelly's doing a real nice job, is they're making the plays they need to make.
I 100% agree with that. I mean, besides the Miranda Pelkak inside the home run ball.
A drive, and that is caught by the shortstop. Tracks it down behind third base for the first out of the inning.
Just a nice catch right there by, can't quite see the numbers. Orange on black again.
Yeah.
What is with the schools with dark colors
A broadcaster's worst nightmare here.
As Ralston sees a ball there as it's 1-0.
You guys have to come on the broadcast when we do Woodbury. White numbers on yellow jerseys.
I remember that.
That's got to be rough.
It's impossible. You could have binoculars and it would still be impossible.
So Ralston pokes this one foul.
I remember freshman year doing the Collingswood game with you guys. Oh, that was when we were away, and they didn't have the stands there.
Yeah, we were now end zone.
Yeah, we were at the one end zone, and those numbers were hard to read.
That's all right there. Tough to see those foul balls down the lines.
I think I think that the player's number was 16.
And off the plate as it's now even 2-2. It seems as though Hogan doesn't really want to go at these 1 through 6 hitters in the Sterling lineup, as the drive popped up to right field and will be handled for the first out of the inning.
So same position, of course, a little bit of a different position where Sterling was in the last inning, of course. Of course, you have the runner at first, but again, it only just takes one solid hit to get something going back again.
You saw that with the Pelkak hit. As now Kaylee Sims takes a hearty cut, 0-1.
Hogan doing a good job locating right now. I mean, she's gotten situations where she's got balls out over the plate, but the last few hitters, you see right there, high and away, good movement. She's really locating well, and possibly earlier, if she had that type of location, you wouldn't be looking at a 7-2 deficit for Barnegat.
Sims now trying to shorten up and put it in play as she fouls that one off, staying alive. 0-2 still the count. And again, these 7 through 9 hitters, it seems as though Hogan just goes right at them, doesn't really fear them as much as the top of the lineup. Saw it in the last inning. And just low. So that'll be called a ball, 1-2.
Sometimes you'll get this called for a strike. We look at it, yeah, it just kind of dipped a little
late.
bit there, yeah.
And a swing and a miss there for Sims. That will end the inning. And Sterling will be taking the field. And we will be right back right after this break. Welcome back. We have Sterling playoff softball here in the top of the 5th inning as Sterling leads. Win Skelly. It's up 0-2 in this at bat.
If Skelly gets through this part of the lineup and gets out of this inning, there's a chance she really won't get to some of these girls the remainder of the game. She keeps everything clean and then goes ahead and takes care of the bottom part of the lineup.
Skelly looking for punch out off the plate. 1-2.
A lot of pressure on Barnegat to get this middle lineup right now going.
Especially being down by 5.
Yeah.
Skelly delivers. And inside to Kapmeyer as the count is even 2-2. The 2-2 pitch on the way.
Ooh.
And that one rode just a bit inside. It's now 3-2. Take another look at it. Kapmeyer had to get out of the way, or that would have got her right in the head.
Look for her to bust her up away. Low and away.
And Raina Pelkak is there again for the second out of the inning. And boy, Schulz, did you call that one?
Well, I like the sequence of pitches. You know, you change the eye level. She went high and inside, then go low and away with a pitch that's fading away. And that makes it really tough on the hitter. Just great location there by Mallory Scully and a great pitch sequence.
Now up at the plate, Michelle Watts is right back to Raina Pelkak as she records all 3 balls to her were hit that inning. And we will be taking a break here as Sterling leads Barnegat 7-2. We'll see you in the bottom of the 5th inning. welcome back. Sterling playoff softball, bottom of the 5th inning here. Sterling leads 7-2. And Sterling going to try and get the bats rolling here again, add on to this lead. See Coach Johnson, varsity head coach of the Sterling softball team.
And I risk of being a little bit redundant. What you saw that last inning, I think, has been a big key. Not only Mallory Skelly coming up with a good location, mixing things up, but 3 plays made by Raina Pelkat really show the type of defense we've seen, making all the plays they need to make in the field, and that's a big key in this game. Because we talked about Barnegat getting runners on base early on, hitting the ball, but Sterling's definitely doing a job in the field.
Kelly squared the bunt, but took the pitch as it was a ball. And another ball. She'll be ahead in the count here, 2-0. We've been talking about how she had been going right at the bottom of this lineup, but now 2 straight balls, maybe that's changed. Squares the bunt. Kelly gets the bunt down. And it is a fair ball as Steph Kelly gets the bunt single.
Well, that's a perfect bunt, and that's what you wanted to do. Just kind of deaden up off the bat, and that's what she was able to do. And again, showing great speed from the left side of the plate.
And you're right there, Shul. It's just, you can't place it anywhere more perfect than that.
Ott squares to bunt. Fake bunt steal is in effect. And Kelly with the stolen base. Ball on the pitch there. And a runner already in scoring position for Sterling with nobody out.
And that's a good job with the slide, staying away from the infielder, catching the ball and getting herself in scoring position.
And a foul ball from Ott. So that evens the count at 1-1. We were talking about Caitlin Ott and how it's, impressive that she's been the starting center fielder for most of this softball season. We saw her have some good plays today out in center field. And ball in the dirt there. So it'll be 2-1. And that wind has seemed to really pick up as the sun has gone down. Might have some effect on some fly balls out to the outfield. And a drive, but just foul down the line for Ott. That is now 2-2. We'll take another look at this right here.
It's going to be close. Yeah, it does go out before, but really close, though, to being actually fair. And, of course, an even count.
The 2-2 pitch on the way from Hogan is a drive. So, but that'll be foul.
Real good at bats from the lower part of the lineup today. And don't think that doesn't make things hard for a pitcher. You're worried obviously about the top part of the lineup, not allowing runners on, but when you're throwing a lot of pitches to the bottom part of the lineup, it can go a long way in frustrating, especially a young pitcher. Remember, we have a freshman on the mound here.
The 2-2 pitch.
To be honest, for a freshman, she has done a very good job.
Let's look at this. I'll tell you what. Yeah, this is a ball. This is low and away. This is a tough pitch to kind of fade it low. That's close. That's a great pitcher's pitch. Yeah, but
good pitcher's pitch gets the call, and that brings the top of the lineup is Pelkat. We saw with the inside the park home run. Her last at bat takes a ball to start the at bat. Runner on second, 1 out, 1-0 the count here. Bottom 5, Sterling leading 7-2, and Hogan delivers the pitch. And a drive, and that is caught by the shortstop. 2 away. Good job tracking that ball onto the right side of the field.
Almost right there, a collision between the 2 infielders. That could have ended. That could have not ended so well, though.
If Destiny Fertini doesn't get down, could have caused some problems. As Amber Powell sees a ball to start the at-bat.
And this top half of the lineup is what really got the ball rolling from an offensive standpoint for Sterling early on and got them out to the lead, and they've really never looked back. I believe Barnegat got a couple runs. What was that, in the top of the third?
I believe you're right.
Yeah, it was the top of the third. Yeah, the 2 runs.
But other than that, they've been held in check by Mallory Skelly and Sterling with some real, just, yeah, not spectacular, but solid defense.
2 balls, hit a strike.
I mean, just some great plays from the outfield, and really Scully doing a great job pitching.
Powell, drive right to the shortstop, fires, and that will end the inning. As we will be going to the top of the 6th with Sterling leading 7-2, and we'll be right back after this commercial break.
If you're struggling with consent, just imagine instead of initiating sex, you're making them a cup of coffee. You say, "Hey, would you like a cup of coffee?" And they respond with, "Thank you, I'd love a cup of coffee." Then make them a cup of coffee. However, if you ask them, "Hey, would you like a cup of coffee?" and they answer, "I'm not sure," you can make them a cup, but be aware that they may not drink it. If they decline, this is the important part, don't make them drink the coffee. Just because you made it, that doesn't mean that you're entitled to watch them drink it. If they say no, don't make them coffee to begin with. If you can understand how utterly ridiculous it is to force someone to drink a cup of coffee and recognize when someone doesn't want coffee, then how hard is it to understand it when it comes to sex? Whether it be coffee or sex, consent is everything.
And welcome back to Sterling playoff softball against Barnegat. Top of the 6th inning about to get underway as Sterling has a 7-2 lead. Apart from their good defense, good pitching from Mallory Skelly, and the bats have been rolling for Sterling.
And right there you got to see some of the fans that came out to see this playoff game, and of course restrictions are slowly coming off and slowly becoming normal again.
Michelle Watts up at the plate. The outfielder, the junior, takes a swing at a pitch down the middle. Looked like it had some spin on it. It's now 0-1.
Well, one of the nice things that Skelly was able to do is she's able to split up this top part of the lineup. You're at the 3rd hole hitter now, was able to shut down the 1st and 2nd hitters.
Watts saw a ball on the last pitch. Count is evened at 1-1. Skelly in the windup, now the pitch. Outside, ball 2.
And you're right, Schulz. If she gets a nice, quick, easy 3 outs, she's gonna be facing the lower lineup of Barnegat, and that could really be a quick ending for Barnegat's playoff run.
2-2 to Michelle Watts. And the pitch.
Foul ball, foul ball.
Fouled off by Watts as she looks to stay alive.
And of course, whoever wins this game is going to play Friday, June 4th. It's either going to be Haddon Heights or Haddonfield.
For Sterling, 2 individual rivals as there is a strike 3 called as Skelly gets a strikeout. Take a look at this pitch right here.
Just a nice pitch right there from Scully.
Pinpoint accuracy right there as Abby Bopp is up at the plate with 1 away for Barnegat.
Ooh.
And a bit of a miscue there.
Just a little bit outside.
I mean, from all of the pitches that we've seen, there's only been, right now, been 2 bad pitches, including that one. So, like I said, just 2 bad pitches. So.
Yeah, other than that, Skelly has seemed to be really accurate. Let's see if she can do a little bit better on this one, and she can. Gets the strike there. Evens the count up at 1-1 to Bob.
Well, that previous one is one where you just step off the mound, maybe laugh a little bit about it, and get yourself back into the rhythm. And that's what it looks like
the
she's
shot,
able to do.
Powell bobbles it, and that will allow Bob to get on to first base with only 1 away. Take a look right here.
Takes an odd bounce for Amber Powell and just goes under her feet, and at that point the runner's already at first base.
Jameson Hogan, the pitcher, now at the plate with runner on first and 1 away as Skelly delivers for the strike. And that pitch misses. It's 1-1. Hogan batting .283 on the season. And Pelkak gets the out at first. Does not get the lead runner, but with 2 away and a 5-run lead, outs are all that's needed.
Yep. And the important thing was she got the out, but I felt like it was close. Probably the more sure out was at first, and with it's not like it's a 1-run game. Get the out. If the runner advances, they get the runner in scoring position. It's not as big a thing with a 5-run lead. The out's more important.
Skelly fires a ball to Michaela Klein. She's ahead in the count 1-0. 2 away, runner on second. Sterling still leading 7-2. Top of the 6th inning here. As Skelly in the windup delivers. And evens this count up at 1-1.
Michaela Klein, batting average of .442.
Impressive batting average as now she's down 1-2. As Skelly will be looking to get the punch out here to end the inning.
Very impressive batting average. Of course, only 30 times at bat.
And the windup and the pitch. And this one is driven to shallow right field. Powell drops it. As now there will be runners on the corners.
And right there, the second time she's made a mistake like that.
Now, right now, Strong has just got to get out of this inning with Barnegat with 2 outs, with runners at the corners.
And now to the plate, number 15, Charlotte Lutis watches a strike. We're going to take a look at this pitch right here. Last pitch from Skelly. Fires that one in there, right on the outside part of the plate. And the pitch. And this one is grounded. And with Powell getting over late to first.
Boy, I thought she
now
had
a miscue on the overthrow as the runner from second advances.
I thought she was out at first. Let's see that on the replay.
That's close.
Yeah, if we can slow that up, I thought they had her.
And Barnegat ends up scoring a run, scores the runner from third. They still have runners on the corners here. 7-3, Sterling still leads.
Ooh.
That is close. And now at the plate.
We're looking at it again.
You see that right there?
She was in there. She was in there, just in there.
Wow.
Looks like she
good call by the ump. Yep.
Looks like she slipped her foot right in there.
Yeah.
Now to the plate. Juliana Casanero, and Powell corrals this one. And to the top of the 6th. Barnegat does score as they are now down 7-3. And the bottom of the 6th, Sterling will be up. We'll see you there.
People are oblivious to the facts and supportive of the fiction. What should you believe? Believe the facts. COVID-19 is a real problem, and here's how you can do your part. Social distancing works. 6 feet apart from everyone. Proper mask placement prevents the virus from getting in and out, and lets you breathe normally. And if you're not near a sink, you can use hand sanitizer to kill the virus before it can keep spreading. But whenever you can, wash your hands. Soap, water, happy birthday. You know the drill. Let's help each other get through this. Stay safe, stay healthy, and go to cdc.gov for more information.
And welcome back. Sterling playoff softball. Barnegat scored last inning. It's now 7-3 in the bottom of the 6th. Kind of see us in the background there, but we're taking a look at some of the fans coming to watch this playoff softball game.
And what you saw from that commercial, Andrew Kane.
Andrew Kane, he's
right
coming
there,
right here.
Got an Emmy for
right
editing that commercial. So congratulations to this
Andrew.
man.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Skelly watches a strike right there. Mallory Skelly, the pitcher, who's been pretty dominant for Sterling in this game, watches a strike. 0-1. Hogan comes set, now the pitch. And a drive to right field, but it will be foul.
4 balls, 2 strikes.
And we want to give a congratulations to the entire tech crew for best sportscast production in the Mid-Atlantic region. So that's a great award.
And a drive by Skelly to left field, and it is missed by the left fielder. And it looks like it is rolled under the fence as Skelly will get a ground rule double. That was a shot from Mallory Skelly. Very close to getting out. Hit the bottom of the fence. We'll take another look at it right here.
Courtesy for the pitcher, number 1.
And Allison Brown, the pinch runner for the pitcher Mallory Skelly. So we'll take another look at that hit. Good piece of hitting there from Skelly.
Almost tries to get there, but unable to.
Now Skelly, out of all, I think, hitters on both teams, has probably the best chance of driving one out of here.
I think that's like the closest, next to Pelcax, inside the home run. Of course, that was really close to going out to.
And a drive from Blanchard, as this one will be corralled by Gabriella Giacina. Brown tags up on the fly ball. 1 out, runner on third here for Sterling. Good chance for Molly Skelly to drive in a run.
And the base running's been outstanding today. You know, anytime they've either had to tag up or get an extra base, they're getting good jumps on a lot of these hits. Really, it's been outstanding.
Skelly corralled by the shortstop. Now 2 away here for Maggie Ralston. And a straight call to Maggie Ralston as Hogan gets ahead in the count, 0-1. Ralston going to try and drive in the runner from third here with 2 outs as Hogan delivers. And Ralston fouls it off.
And just before we get to the top of the 7th, of course, I think that's going to be the hardest inning for Sterling because Barnegat has nothing really to lose now. They can really, they're just going to try all that they can to score those runs back, and it's going to take some precise pitching.
Good drive there by Ralston, but it is corralled by the left fielder, Michaela Klein. 7-3 our scores. We're looking to go into the top of the 7th. We'll take another look here. Klein corralling the deep fly ball from Ralston.
We see Samantha in center field there, left center field, one of our great camera people, doing a great job, and part of us, the reason why we were able to win the production award. And he's waving hi to us over there. Here's the fearless announcing crew out here with our water bottle. Our water bottles are having a second use of keeping the papers from blowing away. There's Nick Rattano, always doing a great job in our right center field camera. Nick's also there for basketball and for a variety of sports. Andrew Kane.
And Connor Strauss, of course.
Connor Strauss back there, our guys in the truck. There we go. Get the backs right there. There they are. Okay, you guys can turn around there. You can get on the camera. All right. Guys getting credit.
Next work, boys.
And a free commercial for Pizza Hut. Connor's shirt at Pizza Hut on there. They didn't have to pay anything.
We were sponsored by Pizza Hut.
They didn't have to pay anything for that advertising.
Oh, it's Pizza.
It's Pizza Planet.
Okay,
It's Pizza Planet.
It's from Toy Story.
From the movie
I saw
Toy
it
Story,
on
Pizza Planet.
Come on, Pizza Planet. We're giving a free plug for Pizza Planet. There we go. Pizza Planet right there.
No, from Toy Story.
Toy Story, yeah, the movie.
Okay,
Yeah.
good job.
So we're sponsored by Disney, right? Yeah. That's what I'm hearing.
We wish to be sponsored by Disney, Andrew. We wish.
I request you wear the glasses for the rest of your time.
Skelly fired in a strike to start off the inning. Back to softball. There's another strike from Skelly. She leads the at-bat 0-2. We're going to take a look at this pitch.
Of course, Andrew Green has requested me to wear the sunglasses.
And a ground ball to Sims. That one's an error by Sims there. Pelkak picks it up, fires it over to first, but not in time.
And what did I say early in that, late in that sixth inning, the bottom of the sixth inning? That's Barnegat's going to throw everything at Sterling right now.
Yeah, definitely. They got nothing to lose. You know, just apply the pressure on Sterling. Try and at least tie the game or get the lead. And that'll be a foul tip.
But I feel pretty good with Mallory Skelly on the mound with the ability to hold things together.
And the way that she's been dominating this game.
Yeah.
Only one runner on, still a 4-run lead. Now ahead in the count here. And the pitch is fouled off once again. Now ahead 0-2 to Katmeyer. Facing the middle of this order here.
Yep.
Definitely going to be a challenge. Skelly looking for the punch out. Now the pitch. And this one fouled off once again. Katmeyer fighting to stay alive. And there's Brian
Can't forget about Brian, the freshman.
Waving hello to us. One of our many cameramen.
Fighting off potential foul balls.
Another foul ball. And we're going back to Brian.
Brian. Hello, Brian. How do you? I think he's doing good. Put a thumbs up if you're doing good.
There you go.
There you go. He's feeling good. He's doing good.
Skelly been doing good on the mound so far. She delivers the pitch, and this one right back to her. And she'll go get the out at first. One away.
So one out closer, and one out closer, of course, to winning this game and moving on further into the playoffs. Again,
Skelly, pitch, misses high and away. So it's 1-0.
and with this, Sterling does win. Sterling will play Friday, June 4th. It's either going to be Haddon Heights or Haddonfield, of course, and it's going to be a very great matchup, of course.
Both in-conference teams. And we will be on the road, hopefully to broadcast that game, as Skelly makes the pitch. And a drive right back at her again. Way to field her position as now there are 2 outs. 2 outs.
1 out away to ending this game.
Take a look here. Mallory Skelly fielding her position here, recording 2 outs in this final inning.
That's about 3 or 4 times she's gotten the ball in the field, and that was right. One was right to her. A couple times though, I think there was a bunt where she had to move and make a play, and has done a great job fielding her position. Again, as we've said multiple times, as well as the entire team
Really
defensively
good,
today.
Yeah, really good defensive effort. As now Michelle Watts hoping to extend this inning. Big swing there.
And again, not to mention the great offense that Sterling was playing. Simple offense, just to get able to get a runner on first base, and then able to get a runner on the around the base and able to get a score right here.
A drive into left center as Barnegat will score the runner from third off the 2-out single from Michelle Watts. But going back to your point about the offenses, we take a look at good offense here from Barnegat. Sterling has kind of used a small ball approach, and I really want to go back to when Steph Kelly led off the inning, getting the bunt down, fake bunt stealing to second. They really tried to use some small ball there. Couldn't capitalize and get the run in.
Well, softball is even more so than baseball. It's all about small ball, taking advantage of opportunities, and Sterling sure done that today.
And up at the plate is Abby Bopp, but she'll look to keep the game alive here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Runner on first. Barnegat still down 3.
All right, we're good.
Umpire puts the mask back on. He's ready. We're ready. Skelly's getting ready. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss there from Bopp. Skelly gets ahead in the count, 0-1. Seen her get a ton of first pitch strikes here today.
Yeah.
And I think that's always you want to do is, first throw you want to do is get that strike in, and that's going to be a ball, and that's going to let someone go right down to second base, a nice steal.
Good job advancing on the pass. Ball is Watts. Count is 1-1. And Schulz, how many, give me like a range, percentage-wise on how many pitches you think she's gotten first pitch strikes on today? I feel it's got to be in upper 80s.
Yeah, I would say so. I think in the middle innings she was getting behind the hitters a little bit, but for the most part, she's really had a lot of first pitch strikes and quality first pitch strikes where the location's really good. It's just really, for the most part, been solid all day.
Skelly looking for the punch out here. And that will be fouled away. Good job by Bopp fighting it off. The final strike of the game on the line. We will have a post-game show and interview after the game.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Right.
Skelly, the 1-2 pitch. And that one will be fouled behind the backstop. Blanchard has no play. Abby Bopp doing a good job fighting up the plate. And Skelly, the pitch, rides inside, 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
You see right there that
Coach Johnson. And Skelly, the pitch, misses.
Wow.
Stop.
Out and up. That was a close one there.
Yeah, just up a little bit.
Definitely think it was on the outside part of that plate. Skelly, the 3-2 pitch. Is swung on and missed. And
that's going to end it right there. Sterling.
I believe that's the ball game as Sterling takes the 7-4 victory over Barnegat and is moving on in the playoffs. And we will have the post-game interview right after this.
Okay, kiddies, let's film a commercial.
With the COVID pandemic still going on, limiting the attendance of the people in the bleachers we sit in, we need a way to help bring the sports to them. This is where we come in. Tech Crew is as important as ever, and these are the people taking on this important job. We do important stuff for live coverages, home and away, recordings for your family, and college scouting. Important stuff, isn't it? But we need people to help with this important stuff. Who might that person be? Why, to make it simple, you! If you're interested, find Mr. K in room 201 to join the Tech Crew today.
And we are back, waiting to get the players for the post-game interview. Sterling wins 7-4 over Barnegat. They advance to the next round of the playoff. Good shot of Coach Johnson and the team right there. And we'll be back with our post-game show in just a minute, right after this break.
turn it off? He turned it off.
Right now,
welcome back to our post-game show. We're struggling with some technical difficulties
we're
here.
trying to figure this one out, but again, just
here comes Andrew Kane to try and save us from our tech problems.
But again, we just saw a very good game from Sterling right there, of course, against
Barnegat.
Barnegat, yeah, and again, not to mention, Sterling does advance into the playoffs as they will either face on Friday, June 4th, Haddon Heights or Haddonfield, and of course we will be. Wait, what?
Haddon Heights won.
Haddon Heights, we just got confirmation. Haddon Heights have won, so Sterling will be going to Haddon Heights then.
In conference matchup.
Yeah.
And it looks like Mr. Schulz is ready to go.
We finally made it here.
Yes!
And thank you for being patient, Miss Johnson. Wow, what a big first round win. It wasn't a perfect game, but the thing that stuck out to me, obviously we're going to have Mallory on and Raina on, was how well, I would say, advantageous you guys were running the bases. Talk about that.
Yeah, we knew, just looking at their warm-up and how deep their outfield was playing, that we could take more bases, and with some of our faster players, that we were going to take advantage of that. They made some mistakes and they weren't aggressive with throwing, so we're going to take advantage of that and try to score more runs.
And talk about what the top of the lineup did and getting you guys off to a good start.
They did a great job. I mean, our goal was to score first, and we did. I would like to score more, but it happens. And they did a great job getting on base. We moved runners around with bunts, so they did a great job.
And from a coaching standpoint, obviously, we just got word that Haddon Heights won their game, so that's who you'll be playing. You know a lot about them.
Yes.
What's the key against this tough Haddon Heights team?
The key is that we have to. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Professional. Hi. All right. So the key is we have to play up. We are pretty even with them, and we have to play good defense. We have to have timely hitting and get our bunts down, and do the small things right, and we will achieve excellence.
Small ball, right?
Yes.
Small ball. Well, Coach, thanks for coming on with us. Great job, great opening round win, and hey, best of luck on Thursday.
Thank you. You want to say?
Okay.
Is it Friday or Thursday?
It's going to be Thursday. It's going to be Thursday because we heard there might be some weather on Friday, so we moved it up.
And congratulations to Kennedy here, a new bike rider.
And her birthday's Thursday.
Wow. Okay.
How old are you going to be? 5. Being shy now? Thank you.
Okay, Coach. Thanks. Mallory Skelly coming in here. Boy, a great job offensively. And it had to feel good being out there with the run support that you were able to get today. Talk about that.
Yeah, it was good to have right off the bat our team score a lot of runs in the first inning, just so it wasn't so stressful when I was out there pitching. But we had a good game today, and I'm really proud of everybody.
And, they got a couple runs, but you were very good when you got into some jams, coming up with key pitches at key times in this game. And I'll go back to your playoff experience that you had from that freshman year.
Yeah.
Talk about how that helped you in these situations.
It's just kind of about staying calm and not getting stressed out in the moment and kind of taking it pitch by pitch and kind of keeping everybody else calm.
And it also looked like, for the most part, your fielders, a couple glitches here and there, but for the most part, it was a pretty clean day in the field. How does that help you as a pitcher?
It's just a lot of relief knowing that the ball can be hit, and it's not like, oh my God, are they going to field it? But it's a lot better than it was at the beginning of the season, so I have a lot more confidence.
And I'll ask you the same question I asked Coach. From a pitching standpoint, you know a lot about the hitters.
Mm-hmm.
The hitters know a lot about you. Do you feel more comfortable knowing, is that an advantage for you, knowing more about the hitters? Even though they know more about you?
I feel like the beginning part of the games are a lot easier because it's like they haven't seen me as much, but towards the end you have to really be smart about where you're placing the ball and making sure they're not making solid contact against you. So it's just kind of a lot about being smart, and Miss Johnson's really good at that and trying to get the pitches in the right spots.
And I guess the other key is, every umpire's different. And, you had an umpire today that was consistent, but didn't look like he gave you too much off the plate. Yeah. Was that something you were doing early on, just trying to see what you could and couldn't get?
That's kind of how the first inning works. You kind of see what the umpire is giving you, see how much you can get from them without them being like, no, that's not. But you kind of just got to feel your way around.
And it's a little, and again, I'll go back to your experience having to adjust to a little tighter strike zone. Is that something that now, since you're a veteran, you have a better time doing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Mallory, thanks for coming on with us. And hey,
me.
No problem. Best of luck on Thursday.
So
we'll
much.
definitely be there. Okay. Thanks. Raina Pelkak, and no stranger to Channel 19 interviews. We had her on a lot from basketball. You got the big hit, the inside the park home run. Did you think from the get-go there was a chance you'd be able to round the bases?
No, when she sent me once when I was rounding second and saw her sending me to third, I was like shocked because I couldn't see what was happening behind me.
Right.
And then when she sent me 4, I was so confused. But then when I got in the dugout, they said like the ball rolled under the fence or something, and they didn't raise their hands. So, I mean, a run's a run. So
yeah, right. And also we talk about the clean play in the field. You had an outstanding job. I believe one inning might have been the 4th, 5th inning. You had all 3 ground balls. And obviously as a shortstop, an important position. Talk about the importance of clean play in the field in playoff softball as we move forward to tighter games.
Yeah, every play could make or break the game. Like an error could change the whole game. So clean play is really important, especially because a lot of our runs have been off of errors. So if we need to make the plays. Clean softball is really important because if like I said, the errors changes the game.
Yeah, no question about it. And with the top part of the lineup, obviously you in particular hitting the ball, does that just pick the whole team up as a group?
Yeah, I think as soon as we get a couple hits in, it just trickles down. It's like, it's that same thing happens with errors though. It's like it happens all throughout the game. Once someone gets a hit and then someone else gets a hit, it like goes down the lineup.
And what about I'll go back to field that obviously if you're the home team, you're used to the different quirks about it, and the wind is definitely one of them. And also that you got the big area behind the plate, a big area over to first base. So catchers want to block the ball and infielders want to make sure they make good throws over to first. It's Ryan Chandler on the mound for Sterling. I have Sean Kozaneski at first base. Joe Romano at second. Big swing. Foul ball there. Jeremiah Thompson at third. Brandon Williams. Scott Leverton is the shortstop. Brandon Williams is the catcher. And got Santino Pagara in left, Jordan Serrano in center, and Christian Valeriano in right field. Like I said, Ryan Chandler on the mound, done a nice job.